There we go, guys. We got it. We got it. Sorry, Kerr cut some onions earlier or something, and made it a little bit weird, So that's why my eyes are a little bit weird. Don't worry about it. I want to take this moment to really say thank you, guys. It's been awesome having all of you guys come here and support the stream today. It's I don't know. I don't. It's hard to really uh, get into it too much to explain why something like this is important to me. So yeah, the onions are really strong right now. I don't know exactly what it is, um, but basically everyone that's came to support the show today um, really showed me that this show is something that people might be interested in having around, and that you guys enjoy seeing this show, and that means a lot to me. It's like I've created something, and I think when you do that, right? When you go and you create a show or you create anything, and you see it, you put it out there, and people like it. It means something to people. It's important. Um, I feel I feel like it means a lot, right? It means that I've done something, and I really and again, the onions are really bad right now, so excuse me. She also did something like fuck up my nose. I don't know what it was. But it's okay, Kurt. The food was really good. Um, you guys coming and supporting me today meant a lot because it meant that I had something that you guys wanted to see. Um, and I don't know if I can say that enough that I really appreciate everyone who came out today to watch it. This is a big achievement for me. When have I ever done anything that that's lasted this long? I've been committed as much as I have to it. Um, there are a few things in my life that I'm really happy that I've done that. One of them, of course, being simply meeting Kerr, my dogs, moving to where we are now, and being able to have an opportunity like I've done. I also this show wouldn't have been possible without the support that I've had from a lot of the guests that have come on the show. If people didn't come on the show to give something actually worth watching, uh, give interesting discussions, and help me keep things afloat, um, this show wouldn't have existed at all. So I'm going to go down the list of everyone that's been on the show, and I want to give my personal thank you to them. So Jack Green, one of my FC stack members when I first started the show about a year ago, he came on my first and second and a few other the first episodes there to help me. He just said, "Yeah, this is a great idea. Let's go out there and do this. I would love to talk about Final Fantasy." He came and gave me some feedback, some ideas after shows for things to hear from people. Even though it's just like a handful of people, like 20 people, those things helped me get to the next level, go a little bit more. And Windsor Program, who's still in my static member with me, or still in my static, he's a member in there. He came on my second show. He wasn't on. He was only there for like half the show, but it was nice. It was like he came in and wanted to support me and make sure that, uh, he was there helping me, and I thank you for that too. And I'm doing this in order of appearance, by the way. So not in order of importance, but definitely appearance. Kuru came on the show shortly after that, and has helped me every step of the way with the show. I can't tell you how much I really appreciate it. Sorry, Cursa, tough one for me. So let me go on to Gilly because I won't cry as much with Gilly, right? Because the onions aren't so strong with him. But Gilly, you came on. You and Adagio came on early in the show and helped me do a lot of things with the show, and helped me advance it by being a constant member when I couldn't find a lot of people to get on the show because I just didn't know a lot of people, and I just grew a community eventually after that. It was able to pull from other people to get in here, and we tried different ideas. We even had a show discussing what we could change about the show early on, like I think it was the 13th show. And they worked with me a lot. Adagio helped a lot with making sure that we had some sort of system going on with it. And I'm sorry he couldn't make it on today. Samus came on shortly after that, and he came on, and he was one of the first guests I have on there. It was actually kind of a popular streamer at the time, or sort of semi-popular streamer at least. And he came on, and he talked, and he gave us advice for different things with the show, and gave us a really good insight. And I really appreciate his input here. Dens came on after that. I think that was on the day that Gilly couldn't make it onto the show. And he came in to fill his place. He knows Gilly, actually, in real life. So it's kind of funny. But he came on, and he didn't have a camera or anything. I think he's one of our first guests after we started using cameras to have one. But he came on with such good insight to the topics that we were talking about, and helped push us further, because that was an actually pretty interesting show to have Dens on there and take it to the next level with someone who actually really loved the game and invested a lot of time in there. Then later I asked Miztech to come on the show, and just her being on the show brought a lot of attention to the show. And it helped kind of get us to that next point, right? To where more people saw us here. It's still Miztech's show, even though it was such a crappy, really so horribly done. Like, I recorded it on Twitch, and that was when I was having frame drop issues the entire time. And so we're having all these frame drops, and it was a nice conversation. We just a quick Q&A. It was simple. I didn't know what I was doing, but we did that, and the entire time it would lag, and it was just a horrible show. But we still had tons of people watch that, and people still watch it on YouTube with all the stutters and everything. Her taking that chance to come on the show, I really appreciate that, because she had no clue what we were doing. A lot of people who came on the show actually had no clue who we are before they came on the show. And I feel like I can't thank her enough for that. I wanted to get her on the show tonight, but she had actually her own stuff going on today. Ark, of course, you've been on the show multiple times today, and you've helped me out with a lot of... Again, it was kind of a chance meeting, having you on the show. And I'm glad, I took that risk. I was like, this random person in chat who said, yeah, I'm kind of qualified for that. And I was like, okay, let's try to do it. And so I appreciate what you've done for the show, because you've helped me out ever since you got on the show. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I'll wake up in the morning, and I'm just like, I wonder what Ark has to say today. Because you always have stuff. Like, I talk to Ark every morning on Skype. You read up on news, and then you discuss it with me. I really felt like I've made a friend through this show because of you. Optical, who came on the show, I don't think he's streaming Final Fantasy anymore, but he was a great guest. He's loud and crazy and insane, and he had a good spirit. I really appreciate him coming on and starting this whole rotation that just like snowballed, and lots of different guests coming on the show. After him, we had Joe Never Fails come on the show. Joe, I don't know if you're still in chat. I saw you a little bit earlier. Your enthusiasm that you brought when you came on the show really inspired me to try a little bit harder and do better with my show. I know I should put that extra effort forward, because you had so much enthusiasm for what you do. No matter what it was backed by, you were serious about it. And I'm very thankful that I had the chance to get you on the show and talk about PvP and get people more hyped up for that, because that's not something that a lot of people like to discuss, and I feel like it should be discussed a lot. Zeno, man, I love you. You are definitely a really strong friend that I've made during the show. When I saw you and I was like, man, I wish I could get Zero. It would be awesome to have Zeno on the show. It'd be so cool to have Zeno on this show, because he's such a badass, right? He goes out there, he does all this stuff. Again, you didn't really know me too much when you first came on the show, and you coming on the show made me feel like I could definitely get more people on the show, and get a lot. I had the range to get people are out there. Oh, that was disgusting. Sorry. People are out there who cares about coming on and talking about whatever. And I think you're even a little bit nervous when you came on the show. Yeah, see, the onions doing stuff must not. But I feel like having you come on and then come on again, and yeah, you have this attitude about you that you love to have fun with the game. It's all having fun with the game. Yeah. Sorry for the revolting. That was definitely not something that I planned. I tried to blow my nose as much as I could. So I just want you to know, Zeno, you do mean a lot to me, and I hope that I can get you on here a lot more often, because you make me excited to play the game. Milo is not here. I wish I could have got a hold of him, but I know he's busy with school his last semester here. Milo is an awesome guy, and he came on the show a handful of times to just kind of talk about whatever. He was just excited, always hyped, always pumped to get on the show, always a fun sport to have on here. And I wish I could get you on a lot more, Milo, because you definitely, as well as a lot of the other people who came on the show, make me really excited to play just because you come in with energy and you're fun. And I love your mentality. I've talked to you multiple times personally, and I love the way you think. You're a really intelligent person. Evil Squeegee, when you came on, it was kind of funny to get you on here and just start. I think the mod came on and told me about you, and I was like, yeah, let's get Evil Squeegee on here. That'd be awesome to get Evil Squeegee on here. And I've had you and Pook, who I'll talk about soon, come on the show, and you guys are a great team coming on the show and talking. And you have like an enterprise. You've worked on your community a lot. You put a lot of work into it, and you do what you love. With I think you do a lot of D&D right now with streaming and everything, and it's nice to see that you put that much work towards your passion. And I do appreciate every time that you've come on the show. Sorry we couldn't get you on this show too. I know you had Valentine stuff, but that's important. Sly, thank you so much. You came on the show today, and thank you when you came on the show before. You are an awesome guy to chill out with, and I would love to sit down and drink a beer with you sometime and just talk about whatever. Because it's seriously, coming to your stream is like hanging out with a friend. And Pook, man, I can't say enough about you, because every time I'll go to your stream in the morning, you're always like, oh, if you guys don't know, please go check him out. You're always there just doing everything you can to support the community out there. And everyone in your channel supports you, and the community you've built is absolutely outstanding. I can't believe what you've done with your community so far, and I am so happy I got to talk to you and have you on the show, and get to know you a lot better. Actually, personally, having you on the show. Rose, I know you've only been on the show once. I don't know anyone who's as brave as you with doing the concept that you have, with doing kind of a family-friendly concept. But you stick by it. You work with it. I know when you came on, we broke that rule, and that was kind of more intended. I hope I could get you on more to get you out of the shell, just so people can see you out of that element. Although, is it possible for you because you have a baby now, and you're trying to be a responsible adult, which is way more than I can say about myself. Void, I appreciate you coming on, man. It was nice to have you on and talk with us on the Muscle Mog show. That was such a trip. I hope that things are still going well for the Void. I will be coming by to check you out as much as I can. Blizzana, who came on the show and has actually designed the layout that you guys are looking at right now. It's been awesome how you've supported me with the show, with everything that you've done, and I definitely look forward to working with you more in the future. Mr. Happy, I got him on the show. I was actually on his show before he came on my show, and sometimes I hear stupid shit being said about Mr. Happy, and it kind of infuriates me, especially now how much I know him. I've worked with him a lot, and he definitely tries to help out the community. He does. He goes out there, and I've talked to him a lot of times off air, and every time I talk to him, I'm like, this guy is a really cool guy. He's actually someone I could definitely hang out with. And him and his dream team have supported me. Raw Snacks definitely have done what they can to help me out with the show and promote me, and that means a lot to me. Because again, this is my baby right now. This MogTalk is my baby. Ottawa creator, Rios, you guys all came on for the support show, and that was my first time trying to do a support job show, and it was a clusterfuck. I feel like I could have definitely done that better, but you guys went in there and you gave me the opportunity to try to get all that together and make it work. And since then, I've grown a lot from that, and I've been able to do a whole bunch of different things with the show because of the experience I've had with you guys coming on the show. And Creator, you've come on the show and helped out a lot too. Layla, man, you are a beautiful man. Coming on the show, you come in with a mindset of, hey, I am going to listen and make sure that everything that we both have the other guest on there has what they want to say. You listen to the conversation, you engage with it, and I don't know if there's a lot of people who go to the level of depth that you do when you come on the show to discuss it in a very civil and awesome manner. You make a lot of really good points, and you're pretty much one of the kindest guys that's ever been on the show. Cryo, you've helped mod with the show so much. You've been modding for us for a while now, and there's a lot of people will come at the very beginning. Everyone wanted to be a mod on my channel, right? Everybody comes in and they're like, "Hey, mod for me. Make me a mod." But you're one of the people who actually does something, and I can't thank you enough for the help you've given for the show. And I need more mods. I need people out there that can help out, and it really means a lot. And Arthas, he was in the show. He was talking earlier in the chat. I know it's Chinese New Year's, Lunar New Year's, and so he's out celebrating. But he was definitely a blast to have on the show. He has stuff to talk about. Even when he's working on his relic, he still is extremely engaging in the conversation, and it's such a blast to have you on. I hope I can get you on more. At this, I'm sorry for giving you so much shit at the beginning. I was just messing with you, to be honest with you, man. But you come in with a really good mindset and really friendly. Like you're another guy I can just talk the shit with, right? And you say some of the most ridiculous crap sometimes. But you have such a huge insight in the lore that no one else that streams really has, and it's really awesome to get you on here. Black Cat, Win Login, Balana, you guys came on all recently on the caster show, and it was really awesome to really meet you guys. Balana, you're such a nice guy. You even came on at the very beginning of the show when everything was messed up just to talk and bullshit with me after that mistake of like an hour there. Win Login, Black Cat, you guys are so fucking intelligent. It was so awesome to hear from you guys on that show, and I love hearing from people who have a really, really in-depth knowledge of their jobs and classes, and we'll definitely get you back on here. Balana, I see you in chat, man. Thank you for supporting the show. And if I missed any of you guys that have been on the show, please let me know. But I'm pretty sure I made sure I went down the list there. I also want to thank the mods we have. We have Hydro in here, who's been one of the mods who helps out. He comes in and watches the stream a lot. Even when he raids, he's my tank. And so even when we're raiding, he's in the chat and responding and doing stuff. And it's pretty damn funny to see you in there. And then like when we're raiding and you press the push to talk there and I hear my voice in the background, I'm like, God damn it, Hydro. But it's really awesome that you come in and you support the show the way you have been. Now that I've got all that, sorry, that was a long thank you. I just want to make sure that I thanked everyone that's been on the show, and that you guys know that I really care about everything that you guys have done. The reason why I'm guessing this is the reason why I've been so emotional over this, is because again, this feels like this is one of the biggest things I've done so far in my life. That was just something I did on my own aspirations. It wasn't something that someone told me to do. It wasn't a school project. It was something that I was like, I want to go out there and stream. And I didn't want to do something where I went out there and I had tons of gimmicks on my stream, and that was the reason people came in. I can't. I wanted to have something that was entertaining, something people wanted to see, and they were like, "Man, I'm going to tune in because I want to see it, not because I have to be there." I wanted entertainment, and I wanted it to be useful. I didn't want it to be just some mindless tabloid stuff that you wouldn't really even care about, that you just got hyped up for no reason at all. I wanted quality to give you guys, and I wanted you guys to follow in the show because you wanted to follow the show. And that's why I don't really do a lot of the donation stuff. I know the donation thing's been going the entire time, but I've turned it off on my list of things. And the main reason I did that is because I can get into that whole conversation later, but I didn't want it to be to where people felt like they needed donations to be noticed. I wanted people to ask questions in chat. I wanted to be able to collect those questions and get those answered and have people actually be able to talk with some of the most intelligent people that play this game and connect community in ways that it hasn't been yet. And I know this is talking really broad scale stuff because the people who are in this chat and people who've seen the show today are a fraction of the community with Final Fantasy. But, you know, having that amount of people still means a lot to me. It means I've made something. And I also wanted the show to be somewhat entertaining when I made it. I didn't want it to be completely boring. And a lot of my guests have definitely achieved the entertainment factor, and definitely have achieved the informative factor. It's been such a goddamn blast. I don't know. The show is going to go. I plan lots of different things for the show to make this into something that even more people can see and more people will like and enjoy. And I wish that anybody who watches this show with any opinions, any ideas, anything, send them my way. This show is still rough as hell. After a year, I got into this show not knowing at all what the fuck I was doing. I just knew I wanted to create something. I wanted to make this show. I wanted to make a product that people would like and enjoy, as well as something I could be proud of making. I made a layout and turned on the stream and said, all right, here's some stuff to talk about. Let's talk about it. And it just evolved from there. I am proud of where the show has gone today. I think that it definitely, of course, I said this a billion times already, but wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the support. And I don't know. I guess I can say thank you 1,000 more times, but I don't think I could ever say thank you enough to where I can really prove how appreciative I am. And I really didn't think I was going to get emotional over all this stuff, right? I thought I was just going to do the damn show and be done with it and say, all right, well, we had a great 50. This is a good plan for a show. But as soon as I had no sleep. I had 3 hours of sleep last night making that fucking highlight video. And as soon as I watched it to preview it. And I was like, okay, I fucking did that. That show, those 49 episodes, was something I did. Those were experiences I had. Those were people I talked to. That was conversation. Those were conversations that I laughed and I had fun with, and that made me a better player, made me a better person. Ugh, that's disgusting, guys. But I guess that's really all I want to say, guys. I wanted to just tell you all how much I appreciate it. I should have probably just ended the stream because I look like such a chump right now. I look like a pansy, but I never get this emotional over anything unless if it's Inside Out, that movie. Of course, fucking depressing part of that movie, or Up, but who's not gonna cry during that part, right? But yeah, the onions are wearing out. I don't know if we need to keep them going any longer. And on my last few statements here, I I want to say I love you guys. I hope to see you guys for our next episodes. The support today was trenormous. Trenormous is not a fucking word. Enormous. And I am more than inspired to keep going with the show. I believe next week we'll be having a show based around Melee, just so whoever wants to watch that. And, you know, I can't wait to see. I don't have anything planned for it, but I can't wait to see where MogTalk takes us in the future. And I hope that you guys all will be there and help support to make this something that you guys deserve to have. Because you guys definitely deserve something of quality. So, anyways, guys, I think this is enough. I've made enough cheesy shit for probably the rest of my life. You guys won't see me like this again. I can't imagine it. Maybe on the 100th episode, I don't know. But this was really special because this was the first year that I've done this, and it still exists. So, guys, I want to say my last few bits. Just thank you everyone for watching. Thank you all the guests that came on today. I'll probably have the show up in clips and segments each time. I have a lot of editing to do because this is a 9-hour and 28-minute stream so far. So there is a lot of stuff I have to go through and cut and organize and make it work. And I don't know how soon that will be up. I won't be streaming tomorrow. It's Valentine's Day, and I have to spend it with the most important person in my life. And I'm really excited to do that tomorrow. So, you guys have a wonderful night. I'm not sure what Kerr was talking about with a bonus stream. I don't know if she's going to be streaming or not. But I'm going to leave it to go to the music, and we're just going to sit there, and I'm going to leave the stream up for just a little bit longer and see kind of what she might have in store. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. I love you all. And in worst case, I'll be seeing you Monday for stream and Saturday for our next MogTalk, which, of course, is at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2200 GMT Saturday. Good night, guys. Hold on if you want to see what else is going on, but I don't think anything else is going on. All right. Bye.